when we love easily, it is thanks to self worth. And self worth is thanks to secure attachment. So, a secure attached self right here. And that's why, with Sadhguru, only when you're truly joyful can you genuinely reach out to other people. The whole heart, we all have a muscle heart, but some of us are able to maintain an open heart. Why? Because of that healthy self worth I was talking about. And so here's where, as a person who supports personal development, self help, and anyone who wants to be their self with the inner growth mindset, with my 5D mystic woo woo ness, and the enlightenment soul age group, we have a very interesting full moon coming up. And we're also going through what is a closing of stuff. So I'm going to put the woo stuff for the side for now. But what I wanted to focus in on is there are those who they resist returning home to their authentic self. And then there are those who are living their authentic self. And then there are those who are not resisting returning home. What does that mean? It means that they want to do emotional and mental work. And that's the part of why the attachment trauma courses, all of my courses from yesterday, all that will continue. Support me to support anyone who's watching this one to know that everyone who's resisting, so the human suffering love narrative, they are doing the best they can. They can make steps towards their complete return home to secure attachment with self and others, and then live out the true spirituality journey. So yes, not do Elsa's mantle journey. Okay, so you are going to be joyful here when your 0 1 year old is independent. And as a conscious lover, that means that you are not looking to find out if a twin flame, twin soul, soulmate, all these titles that I've noticed some people focus on. Now that's for a group of people, but here's where we're talking about becoming your authentic self. And that means motivating you to become independent and the embodied brain. Okay, so the people who are doing the best they can, they're not ready to meet their 0 1 year old or 3 year old. And so they continue to work with their teenage version, which is Cusco, not Pacha. They continue to do low self-esteem, passive-aggressive, indirect communication, and no boundaries, if you will. But that's why they're going to end up with another unfinished business cycle with just a whole different group of people, okay? And those people, again, they're doing the best they can. I'm reading my notes, while the ones of you who are still here, you're on board with basically getting back to what is one, your birthright. If you have healthy self-worth, then you're going to be like, wow, I'm going to enjoy the channel and meeting people and being in 5D relationships is what I'm going to call them, because 5D is oneness consciousness. So we don't do the ups and downs of that, which is a dysregulated nervous system. We consistently vibe at what is not a boring frequency, by the way, and that's because we don't have laundry when we're dealing with emotions. What we have is awareness. Awareness is where you can sit with certainty and uncertainty inside here and not get moody. The ones who get moody, they're going to get to work to get out of their moodiness if they want. It's called, they get to do what I'm going to define as the mental and emotional mastery. And if they want to then move on over to do physical mastery, which is what we're talking about right now, and I'm an Akashic record reader. So this relationship with Akash, consciousness, the infinite sphere, yes, tapping into your infinite higher human conscious potential experience, that's where I'm at now. See, I got lucky. I have a twin and I have a mom who gave me a child-centric environment. So I have a good relationship with emotions, and I don't have these huge tower moments. In fact, when Twin Flame came about 1, 2, 3, I was already aware of what I would be getting to learn and what I was not going. No, I learn always. See, an expanding piece of consciousness is why we're like, why are there so many people resisting? So I will always spot, thank you, Sadhguru, for that note. He gave it to me a while back. You spot that which you are not living. Why? Well, we live two ends of a coin, right? Okay, but we can live in the middle, and that's where wholeness is at. So when you don't resist life, it's because you know that life is not against you. You also know that not everybody has this beginning, okay? This first 3 years of your life. People think that it's not important. It's the most important part, because everything that accompanies this body is memory. And the first 3 is implicit, which is all sensations. And your nervous system thrives on your first year of life. So any disregard of those data points makes a person ignorant of what they are, which is an embodied brain to begin with, who has a first year of life And if you're not securely attached, well, you're going to be able to know, oh, look, I have a pattern. It's not only the attachment styles, those are for people who are interested in romance, first of all. The attachment categories, I'm going to say, is a lot more important. Attachment style is important to know, especially if you're choosing to be partnered up with someone and or partners. So if you are a person who's polyamory, you definitely want to get to your secure attachment so that you can disengage from being in any type of what I'm going to define teenage land. The only time I saw drama kings and queens and thought, okay, are you done? And I got to be called emotionless and rational. I'm like, I'm not emotionless, but sure, if rational is meaning to you that I don't have emotions. What I know today is no, I have healthy self worth. It's called I don't do ups and downs. There's no boxing gloves. What are we doing here? Why are we doing figures of speech for relationships? Okay, so that's where joyful. You can be joyful in here when you have secure attachment with the self. So my 1-year-old's here, my 2-year-old, 3-year-old, and then when people want to get to the ooey gooey ooey feeling, then they're gonna see everything around them manifest. Yes, exactly how they will want it to manifest. But let me put that aside. So when you are joyful here, it's because your embodied brain, there's no laundry. It's called, I got an emotional plane. And you're going to be able to become more and more resilient. So, what happens in the years and years and years? I have a buttload of people right now that we get to, buttload, there's 8 billion people. So, a handful. How about that? A handful, let me be more realistic. A handful of people, and 2 maybe, that have consistently been moving along their journey in the absence of taking their self seriously. Okay, so they still will be able to expand. And so when you're doing life by chance, you're walking a walk, and you're going to talk a talk, and that's great and dandy. So everybody has no need for anyone, but at the same time, there are those who know they do need someone because they know what guidance that they're looking for. And that's because there's an awareness. Like for me, I know what areas I want motivation in because of me being clear on where I'm headed, though. Okay, so the figure of speech, I would let me translate. You knowing you want to be yourself, knowing you want to vibe in 5D, knowing you want human love, knowing you can achieve secure attachment, personal development, that's what's going to attract you to the content, especially because we don't do buzzwords. Also, our 5D relationships. So, the infinite higher human conscious potential experience is something you desire. That's because it's not a need. We need air, water, and food. It's not a need to be in your secure attachment, especially if you've lived an entire life with a not secure attachment. Your comfort zone, those who resist, as I said, they'll wing it. Winging it, yeah, sure, keep winging it. It's something that my eyes notice a lot, which is why I got to get motivated by a great group of people. And I did, in fact, know that they're a great group of people and that they know how to motivate. Otherwise, I would not have joined. So while some of what has been taking place is not new to me, other aspects help to organize my focus, which is there's people who don't want to become their authentic self because they don't understand the value of it. They don't understand how amazing it is as you expand as a piece of consciousness. You get more and more and more energetic, not little, not less. Oh no. So if you're not intrigued by your mind and your brain, you're not intrigued to be yourself. Now, I know people like to use fancy terms. That tells me that they're all about aesthetics. The person who uses fancy terms, sure, go be the top whatever, but I'm going to feel your energy because you're not embracing your humanness. You're not embracing your name. Use your name. You're not embracing your story. So embracing your story means I can look to the past and know that every single step of the way, there can be things that I might not have preferred, if you will. And then there are things that I will have preferred, and then I can look and I have a vision. Okay, I have a vision of where I want to be. And while IHP comes with a host who has, again, secure attachment, healthy self-worth, so I don't look to the past and say, Maria, you should have done differently. No, I actually always, there's one thing that I've always wished, and it's been every step of the way in my life. I wish I knew that already. I wish I had known that. Oh, that would have been great to know. Oh, look, that would have been, oh, well, you know what? I can still apply it. So knowledge is empowering to the expanding mind. And my knowledge is that there are those who will want to vibe with their humanness tribe, because that's exactly what your birthright is. So while I do see a lot of people being lazy, I say, no, Maria, they're not lazy. It's really hard for those who have pain and suffering in here to say, wait a minute, it's a process. Let me take it step by step, and let me take my inner child seriously so that I can return home to myself. And people who know that, they're not going to make fancy words or get into pissiness or mood swings or try and make mantles out of their journey. They're going to say, you know what? I want the real deal. You know why? Because the real deal is that relationships build because we come with a name and a heart, and we understand what is information. Attachment and trauma information explains what the first 3 years of life are for a person, and it's all implicit memory. And so, as long as a person is not ready to meet that implicit memory, it means they still need to work with the rest of their teenage attitude. So, that's the part of what some people are looking at. And as they look at it, they noticed they're okay. I want out. I want out of the karma wheel because I can see my dharma. And it's called, I have an inner child, and I want to be the inner child adult of me in my prefrontal cortex, so I can continue to expand my window of tolerance to window welcome, and to move into this joyfulness where you can genuinely reach out to people. It means that I know when I'm moody, when I'm not moody, how I'm going to handle myself. Okay, so we are a secure attachment with self and other. That's the true spirituality journey. As a 5D mystic, 5D functional adult, I use 5D because it's oneness, consciousness, Christ consciousness, and also because that's where I'm here for the 5D collective who's done with the whole stop with our oversoul. What is this? Like, seriously, I don't even know however many ways they define new age spirituality. It's not that it's bullshit. It's for a group of people who need that. They need to organize their long lasting forever relationships, which, by the way, I mean, you're dehumanizing it. But again, let me leave that to the side, because I'm a person who is fond of what is real. What is real is a conversation. What is real is that I know that you have a name, and independently from what part of my oversoul you are, you're a human being who has however many years of life. So it's a real deal to explore the depths of seriousness and profoundness, thank you, Sadhguru, with Krishna Lila, which is what a securely attached self, as you can tell right here, yes, enlightenment soul age group. It's not laundry. It's called emotional resilience and intelligence, because you practice every time that you have emotions. Oh, look, I got emotions. Well, yes, that's right. Life is meaningful to me. Thank you, Daniel Siegel. So my brain knows life is meaningful because I'm a brain that works with, oh, yeah, I'm not going to lie. Of course I have feelings. You have a name. I have a name. I want a hug. You want a hug? Do we want to build snow people, mer people, or what? You know? So the way that we do relationships and self, personal growth, all of it, every person who's motivated to be what is your birthright. The integrated brain, your restorative embodiment. It's called You Can Get Home to Yourself. Trauma is not deletable, it's minimizable. The adaptive child and maladaptive child behavior, they're all healable and workable if the person's motivated to get out of the attitude. That means they see the Cusco attitude, say, I want out. And that's what we get to do here. I want out, and or some are like, oh, you know what? I'm not even in, so I want more of this. And no mantles, again, no fancy fancy. It's more of use your human name, and attachment trauma has given me the opportunity to share with you how serious business works. And it's not a small feat. As one therapist put it, they tell their clients, okay, you're in hell right now. We're going to get you out, but you're going to have to walk up a ladder. And so serious business is, some people don't need to walk out of a ladder. That's why we know we're lucky. We're not carrying any cross. We don't do this divide thing of some people carry more. No, if I'm going to carry anything, I'm going to say, wow, I'm lucky. That's it. I'm lucky because I got heaven in my body, and I can share it with anyone who wants to get home to their authentic self. Put in the work for those who have to put in the work. Others, they can easily be here. They just chose to do, no, Maria, men suck, women suck, people suck. I have a twin flame, a false twin flame, a soulmate, and wow. Okay, keep on rolling and a rocking, and we're gonna do 24 hours today. So we welcome everyone, of course, but it's where people who want to be human love narrative. We have enough people who are choosing to stick with the I'm a Pinocchio with ears and a tail, but I'm going to say that I'm not a Pinocchio with ears and a tail. And then I'm not going to say I'm a Cusco. I'm going to say I'm a Pacha and I'm a mantle. I can tell the mantles from far, far, far away because their energy is really small. Because when you're not vibing in your mammalian heritage, those of us who are present, we're like, okay, that's an energy, that's in a moodiness of their safety behavior. Who knows what's going down? And they haven't noticed that I've noticed because the tone tells me everything. It's because of our ventral vagal nervous system and just this entire parasympathetic nervous system, if I remember correctly. Stephen Porges, thank you. That's how it works. It works where you wear your heart on your face and the tone. And it's beautiful to be able to explain the blueprint of being a human and how every person's birthright is integration of brain, which is kindness and compassion. It is your capacity to work with your mind, the prefrontal cortex, to work with those thoughts, inner growth mindset, and your emotions to lead from within. So certainty and uncertainty doesn't bring up anything that you cannot witness and contain. If we have a challenge, then we do slivers at a time. Every reflective practice brings stuff up. So as long as you keep on saying, okay, I can see self-awareness with emotions and thoughts, you get to every day move into more of a flow state with yourself as a person. Again, use your name. So join us for more to bring this lovely, joyful genuineness out of you and out of every person who wants back home. Thank you to all of those academics in our industry of, academia, the smart ones, not the ones who spread rumors. That's actually something that generalizations and statements, no one wants to be their self. Why would they want to be their self? Well, actually, yes, they all do. Their body's trying to get them home. So is their brain. Because you know how trauma memory works. It wants to get time stamped because your brain's a biology. Oh, I'm so sorry. People don't like how simple it is. And that's why the distractions ain't going to really work because stuff's going to come up. But you know what? People, again, resist that inner and outer well-being when they're not willing to say, okay, hold on, let me find those 5 to 10 activities that I know are healthy for me. Let me go and get out of the comfort zone of the karma wheel of my dysregulated pattern, of my maladaptive pattern, of my adaptive child pattern. So it's once you are interested with, again, secure attachment with self and others. So I want to be a member of society. I know I can do emotions. I am an emotional being first and foremost. Every day when I wake up, I have emotions. So I'm going to work with those emotions and thoughts. Okay, so no one's resisting getting home to their self if they actually have understood what that means. It means that when you are truly joyful, it means you can be truly joyful, no laundry in here, and you can then reach out to every person. And by the way, Pachas, we love to have all of people around us. So again, human love, human suffering, it's always people. And those who can achieve their authentic self, it's because they decided so. While some will have decided that it's bullshit and that they have laundry forever and ever and ever, and there's the people who will support them on that journey. So tune in for more. Thank you. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll be back again.